E olá maltinha, sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um novo episódio e Great Detective Work. Temos aqui imensa coisa para fazer. Temos aqui imensa coisa. Portanto, mãos à obra. Section 11. Great Detective Work. Here we are, now to establish contact. Oh, Master! Are you alright? You okay there? Master, thank goodness you're safe. I mean, I could tell you're okay because I was monitoring your status, but we haven't been able to contact you with this whole time. Hey there, everyone in one piece. Wait, Sherlock Holmes? Huh? It really is you. Good to see you again, Miss Kierlight. You too, Mr. Holmes. I'm glad you're in good... Wait, what are you doing there with Master? Is that so? How wonderful. Then you could have contacted us at any point until now, instead of showing up announced. So you were with this suspicious man all the time. I see. Allow me to introduce myself once again. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm technically a caster, but I'm afraid I can be of much help in battle. Please do forgive me. It's your dead weight, huh? Whatever. Anyway, thanks for saving your dumbass master. Now get lost. I'm afraid I can't do that. Alright, Archer of Shinjuku, I think it's time you came out now. Hi there, Holmes. It's been a while, hasn't it, old boy? Wonderful to see you again. Well, bye then. What do you think you're doing? Well, when you were taken, I had planned out what I thought would be the best course of action. But with this benefit of insight, I suppose it really was rather dangerous having me involved. I feel awful about it. You must have been very scared. I guess what I'm trying to say is... Well, I'm sorry. Not good enough. You are right, of course. I truly am sorry though. For what it's worth, those two gave me quite the thrashing for it. My face and chest are still smarting from it. Haha, what a funny criminal gentleman you are. Not to worry, it seems Mr. Raphael has already forgiven you. He has? Well, more or less. Oh, thank you, thank you. You are too kind. He's right, Master. You're being too kind. The more you let this evil bastard get away with, the further you'll try to take things. Huh? Jealous? Green really isn't your color, you know. My, this little kitten certainly likes to meow. But she still needs to be housebroken. This kitty has claws, bitch, so watch out. Ah, God, isto é tão bom. I wasn't overly concerned. Huh? Worried? About what? At any rate, Archer of Shinjuku, it seems your memory remains incomplete. Nonetheless, you must have some idea of who you are and what you were by now. Well, yes. Considering all these hints that you have been dropped, and given how wary I am towards you, there are only one person in the world I could be. You're wary of Mr. Holmes? You don't mean you're... Please refrain from saying any further, Miss Kierlight. Let's wait for him to say of his own accord. Yes, well... As you have deducted, I do indeed know your true name, and I have already told Mr. Raphael as well. At this point, he's just waiting for you to come clean and tell him yourself. So you really know who I am. Very well then, Raphael, I mean Master. If you will, forgive me for my transgressions, I shall entrust you with my true name. Of course, there may not be much point now that Holmes has told you what it is, but no matter. After all, I'm told this ritual is quite unnecessary. Alright then. My name is James Moriarty. I materialize here as a phantom spirit composite fusion. I wish to form a contract with you as your servant. That is my devote to you, my full power. Good. Anyway, that's me, Moriarty. A pleasure to be here. Just when I thought he couldn't get any more suspicious, Master, you should banish him for good. Yeah, He reminds me of those cunning forces that show up in morality tales. If only, he's far worse than any fox. He never risks his own life, he only makes plans, leaving the dirty work for his subordinates. What an absolute despicable villain. That's right, even in Dr. Watson's book, Moriarty was renowned for his villainy. And after Richard's fall, he and Mr. Holmes faced off against one another directly, which ended up with both plugging down the waterfall. Please be careful, Master. I assure you there are no waterfalls nearby. Pretty sure. It made me to say you were so wary of me, Mesh. Well, that was just my impression of you from Dr. Watson writing, so I think you're, not too bad. Or at least I think I do. Huh. Pay him no heed, Mr. Clearlight. He's only pretending to cry. You cad! You have no mercy? For you, Moriarty? I will never show mercy when it comes to foiling your plans. Well, can't blame you for that. Now then, I believe you have some information for us, Holmes. Ah, yes, about destroying this planet. In brief, it is entirely possible. Wait, what? How can that actually be possible? Earth has been a number of safety provisions in place. You can't possibly circumvent all of them. Right, you are. During the course of this planet's unbroken history, it has withstood numerous crises, bearing the sudden appearance of alien visitors. It is extremely unlikely that those of us who were born here could manage to truly destroy it. Thus, in order to do so, one must completely overturn one's most basic preconceptions. In other words, what the Lion King attempted to do in his holy city, and what Edison attempted to accomplish in his Holy Grail's power. The Lion King and Edison? So what's that what foolishness nonsense I'm up to? That's just like me. I understand all too well what I'm thinking. Well then, about letting us the rest of us on it. What did Lion King and Edison person try to do? Well, the Lion King made his sacred lance into a tower and planned to use it to wipe out all humanity except for a select few. However, even if he had succeeded in wiping them out, the incineration of humanity was happening at the time, so he expected that their salvation would soon be forthcoming. It was a shallow, ill-conceived plan, but it was also the result of much agonizing. What an idiot! In that case, he should have just let himself die along with everyone else. This is why I hate kings who charge ahead trying to solve everything by themselves. Of course I hate kings who are just roll over without putting up a fight even more. As for Mr. Edison, he didn't actually end up doing anything, but he did come up with an idea. He said that once he won the Holy Grail, he planned to cut America out of history altogether. So you have the Lion King who was trying to save a handful of people, even if it meant the destruction of the outside world. And Edison who tried to cut off his country of the outside world in order to preserve it forever. Hang on, that mean... now I see. So that's his plan. Da Vinci? I figured it out already, huh? I see your reputation as a genius artist is well deserved. Hang on just a moment, I need to look up something. Quick, I'll start getting around. We need to begin an emergency investigation. So what is this plan already? It's not possible to destroy the world. Goetti's objective may have been different, but his plan still took 3,000 years to come to fruition. However, it is possible to remove the world from history. In other words, well done! Yes, that's exactly it. This is terrible. What world is already devoid of meaning? What do you mean, Da Vinci? I mean that world is already cut off from history. No matter what happens there in Shinjuku, it won't have any effect on humanity whatsoever. I mean, of course it can make things a bit unstable, but more than the tiniest of tremors. No matter how unstable humanity gets at this level, there will never be any adverse effects. The worst case is that Shinjuku could be destroyed without issue, It couldn't even affect Chaldea. Unless we can find a way to avert it. Wait, we're forgetting the most important thing. What will happen to Master? That's the crux of it. Basically everything else hangs on exactly how we bring Raphael home. However, that world is already cut off from misery. We may be able to force a race shift. If we can, that would solve everything. Yes, that all sounds right, but... Huh? Yes, that is how it would play out, isn't it? Shinjuku would remain a hell pit and be destroyed alongside this planet by the other self. Now, hear me out. Yes, Shinjuku, the world, we servants, that will all be gone. But if you could make it back to Chaldea, in fact, nothing would be lost. I mean, yes, we will lose our lives, but in the end, the Shinjuku would simply revert to oblivion. I knew you would say that, Mr. Raphael. What do you think, Miss Caterlight? As a servant, I'd like to place the highest importance of Master's life. That said, this may be rather imprudent of me, but if Master were to return here safely and abandon Shinjuku to its doom, well, I just want it to be like him. Not at all. Please just forget I said anything. I can't bear to have you in danger, so I'll look for a way to rescue you home. Huh? Jealous? Ouch! No, don't go kicking another beehive. Yes, good point. For a moment I was actually afraid for my life. Now then, as representative of Chaldea, I just can't let Raphael share Shinjuku's fate. He has fought alongside us for a full year now. We won't let him throw his life away. However, as a master, we also wish to respect his wish to save Shinjuku. So, I'll ask you just one more time, Raphael. There's no point in saving this Shinjuku. Doing so would help neither humanity nor the people here worth protecting, if any exists. It wouldn't even be a problem if servants you have met here were to vanish. It may sound callous, but abandoning Shinjuku would be not endanger the restoration of humanity in the slightest. The servants who are there with you now will never blame you for making such a choice. So even taking all of that into consideration, do you still believe that this Shinjuku is worth saving? I do. I see. Well, that does indeed sound like you. Anyway, that's a relief. Even though you're now saved the world on two, you're just as scary, optimistic and possessed of an indomitable fight spirit as ever. Alright then, I guess that settles it. You have Chaldea's full support. Of course, that doesn't mean we won't also lay the groundwork for a forced right shift to bring you home. Alright then. Now that you've made your decision, I suppose I'd better tell you something else. Does this new thing you have to tell has anything to do with who's been so nervous? Well, if Mr. Raphael had decided to go home, there wouldn't have been any point in sharing this other truth. I shall not tell you who the culprit the evil Moriarty plans on destroying the planet. It is true that if the world's divided, our safeguards would fail to work. Nonetheless, destroying the entire planet should remain utterly unfathomable. No matter how great this control over Shinjuku may be, it's not enough to destroy the world. In which case, Moriarty, what do you think you would need to make such a destruction possible? Huh? To destroy the planet, one would need enough energy to match that scale. The energy would then needed to be focused towards the Earth core, a central destruction point. Naturally, this is far easier said than done. The sheer amount of energy required for such a task is incomprehensibly massive. For example, a meteor falling on Earth would easily meet such energy requirements. But of course, there is no reliable way to predict such an occurrence. Such a thing may generate the requisite energy, but it would not be possible for it to hit necessary target. In which case, the next thing we would need to do is to draw in a passing meteor and direct its impact to the desired coordinates. A gun barrel. So you mean something that could load and fire a meteor like a bullet? Barrel? Indeed, remember, Master, that mysterious tower that stands on Shinjuku western edge. The one growing taller by day, as if we're trying to pierce the heavens themselves. That is the device Moriarty will need to complete his plan. Wait, what? That building is an actual gun barrel? But it doesn't even move. How could something like that possibly load a meteor like a bullet? A phantom spirit. A phantom spirit? What does a spirit that failed to become a heroic spirit have to do with this? Indeed. I too was puzzled by why Moriarty was so focused on phantom spirits. But upon rereading this book, the dynamics of an asteroid, I finally understood. He plans to control a meteor using his servant's abilities. That is why he needs a phantom spirit's power, the power of his to hit the target no matter the circumstances. Thus the phantom spirit he was summoning is none other than their shoots, Mass, the free shooter. A hunter made a deal with the devil for 7 magical bullets. That is who Moriarty has absorbed. 6 of these bullets will always hit their mark, regardless of the obstacles in their path. In other words, he has no control over the 7th and final bullet. That not at all. This ability is more about hitting targets than actually hurting them. Thus, this phantom spirit is usually relegated to nothing more than a character in an opera. This is what Moriarty is taking advantage of. Now I see. That explains why I was summoned as an archer and not a caster. And why I am able to fire bullets and missiles from this coffin I never used when I was alive. And you couldn't have figured that out sooner? Jan Alter makes an excellent point. Huh, sorry about that. I imagine that must be some of the knowledge I lost during the split. Remember the time limited I mentioned earlier, Mr. Raphael? Once the tower is completed, it won't be long before a meteor comes out of our way. Once it does, it will jump into a barrel and be fired into the planet. Voila, a magical bullet. Which, if Moriarty's theory is correct, will result in the murder of Earth itself. The most heinous crime committed throughout all of history. A massacre on the unprecedented scale. Huh, you flatter me. And now. Idiot. At any rate, regardless of whether this plan is feasible, we are certain that what the League of Phantom Fiends is working towards, correct? Undoubtedly. I know it's filthy rich coming from me, seeing as I tried to destroy France and all, but yikes! I mean, that'd kill all of them too. Indeed, it would. Though, of course, thinking logically, a servant can never truly die. Nonetheless, if they are still aiding in the world's destruction, they are likely doing for pleasure, revenge, or something other unknown purpose. Thus their role is to build an enormous wall over on Shinjuku and guard the barrel. So if we wish to save Shinjuku, our first step must be to neutralize the assassin of Shinjuku. Indeed, that transformation ability is quite formidable. If left unchecked, it may end up cutting dungeon altars by mistake. Try it, icy bitch queen. I dare you. But yeah, I agree, that guy pisses me off. And we should kill him soon. So, how do we do that? Now then, Moriarty. Yes, Holmes. What do you want from me? Not that you robbed me of my job of explaining things. That's what you upset about? At any rate, I want you to come with a plan. That is exactly what you excel at, isn't it? Scheming? I may excel at foiling plans, but when it comes to crafting them, you are no doubt my better. So, that's how it is. In that case, I'll need information. Give me everything you have on an army, including their dealing with external entities. Very well, here you are. Huh, interesting, now I see. Huh, if we do this, followed by that, although... what we really need is sexiness. Sexiness? But of course, it's absolutely crucial. Are you certain about this? Moriarty's plan may appear non-essential, but in hindsight, it nearly always works out well. I understand your concerns, but I think it's worth rolling the dice on. Alright then, Everyone, we're off to the city to buy clothes. And by buy, of course, I mean steal. What? Are you sure this will work? Oh yeah, without a doubt. As for you, Holmes, I shall let you land the final blow. Good grief. Yada yada. I know this was my idea, but your plan is exceptionally reckless. Master, just to make sure it's alright with you to proceed with my plan. Naturally, the particulars will need to be adjusted on the fly, but the crucial will not change. We must assassinate the assassin of Shinjuku. Okay, let's get started. It's dress up time. But first go ahead and clear out those ruffians and brainwash coloraturas. What's that? They refuse to leave? Makes sense, in that case, it's time to battle. Jesus, 21 minutos de conversa. Oh my fucking god. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Really? Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Done. Whew. Okay, please. Didn't know cutscene, please. Okay, yeah. Right then, everyone. What say we get change? Go out there and raise hell. Change, huh? Change, huh? Okay, I guess I'll too. Hahaha, Master. Not so fast, your outfit is right here. Huh? E com isto, mais uma section completed. E só mesmo para, agora que é para estarmos vestidos, agora só mesmo para o próximo episódio. There we go. Assim. É para estar de fato, né? Portanto, pessoal, espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se gostaram, não se esqueçam de deixar o vosso like, comentar e subscreverem. E eu vejo no próximo vídeo. Fui!